A friend of mine called me up the other day and said, "Hey, I just took an online guitar lesson. I had a blast." I said, "What do you mean you took an online guitar lesson?" I said, was it like, were you using Skype? Was it face to face with somebody who you were having a conversation with? And he said, "No, it was just a video I saw at YouTube, and was very cool, instructional, talking about major scales." And I said, "Well, we've talked about major scales before." He goes, "Yeah, but I kind of never really got it until I could keep replaying the same sentence over and over and over. So by the time I heard it like the 15th time, it made perfect sense." So, and I started thinking about that as far as the benefits of video lessons as opposed to like real lessons done with a teacher one-on-one. And I kind of come from the old school thought on this that, well, there's really nothing that can compare to you sitting down with an instructor and going through whatever questions you might have or things that you need to work on as a guitar student. But I realized that a lot of times I might spend 30 minutes with a student, and sometimes I'm happy if I think they got 5 minutes of valuable information that they can remember and hang on to and go out and use in the rest of the real world, because I realize you can't remember everything that's happening in every little detail. And if I go into explaining a whole bunch of complicated concepts, sometimes maybe 10% of them might click, and they'll remember what they are. I had many students in past years that would show up with a little mini cassette recorder, like a Sony Walkman or something like that, and which I'm sure they're called Discmans now, or something more current. And I remember thinking, that's a great idea, because that way they can go back and replay the lesson as many times as they want and make sure that they're understanding every little thing that's happening in there. So as time went on, I really encouraged students to do that. But now, with the advent of the internet and everything available on video, it's even better, because you can have a demonstration of what you're supposed to do along with an explanation. And so they're just great resources, and you can, it's available 24/7. You can play it as many times as you need to. You can rewind it back to the crucial words that you missed or something. So I have become a fan of learning to play the guitar online with lots of different sources and resources. So it certainly was a good idea, and I'm glad my old student had found a way to do that, because part of the reason they weren't able to take lessons from me was they had moved away. I'm hoping to be able to put a little connection together with them and have a more interactive type lesson. But in the meantime, there are some great resources online. Be sure to check them out.